Good morning, guys. Welcome to my channel. Once again, today is Sunday, the 18th day of May, the year 2025. And as always, I have some well analyzed matches for you. So, guys, yesterday was a very bad day for us. As you can see on your screen, I provided 7 matches with a total of 8.71 odds, and we missed 3. So St. Pauli vs Bochum, my prediction was St. Pauli to win or draw no bet. I expected St. Pauli to win considering the fact that they were fighting for survival, but they lost to Bochum. Shanghai Port vs Shandong over 3 goals, and those guys settled for just 2 goals. Crystal Palace vs Manchester City, Manchester City to win the final, and we all saw what happened. Man City allowed Crystal Palace to dominate and win the final. The other selections went well. Punic versus Ararat over 1.5 goals. Olympija vs Radobje, home win. CSK Sofia vs Peru. CSK Sofia to win at full time. Hibernian vs Rangers over 2.5 goals. Braga vs Benfica. Benfica to win or draw no bet. So yesterday was a terrible day for us, but there's nothing we can do. We just have to move on. Like I always say, football can be very funny. Even with the best analysis, anything can happen. So nobody expected City to lose yesterday. So that's football for you, and there's nothing we can do. We just have to move on. So today is another day, and have taken my time to come up with very good and well analyzed matches for you. So without much waste of time, let's get started. The first match, as you can see here, is from the Hungary Liga. It's a game involving Ferencvaros and Fever. My prediction here is Ferencvaros to win at full time at 1.26 odds. So I'm going with Ferencvaros here because they're fighting to win the title, and it's a very tight title challenge or title race for them. So they need 3 points here for them to stand a chance of winning the title. Let's look into the data. So looking at the data here, we can see that Ferencvaros are second on the table, Favor are 10th on the table. And the head-to-head record between these two teams shows Ferencvaros has always been dominating. Now looking at their current form here, we can see that Ferencvaros is their last 6 matches. They've won 3 times, drew 2 times, and lost once. And then we look at Favor away from home, we can see that Favor struggles a lot whenever they play away from home. The last 6 away matches shows Favor has won just once, drew 2 times, and lost 3 times. Now let's take a look at their standings on the table. So looking at their standings on the table here, you can see that Ferencvaros are second on the table and Puskás Academy are first. And you can see that the point difference between these two is just, in fact, they're just on the same level of points. So Ferencvaros need to win this so they can, shoot themselves to the top of the table. So that's why my prediction here is Ferencvaros to win at full time at 1.26 odds. Next, we have this one from the Estonian Liga. It's again involving Kajjun and Karosare. My prediction here is Kajjun to win at full time at 1.25 odds. So we give the advantage to Kajjun here. They've been very impressive. They have a very good squad with very good players, and they should be able to get this one done. They should be able to beat Kura Kurasere at full time at 1.27 odds. So looking at their data here, we can see that Nomikaji are first on the table, Kurasare are eighth on the table, and then we look at the head-to-head between these two teams. You can see here that Nomikaji has always dominated. They've had 100% win records against the away team. And then looking at their home form here, we can see that Nomikaji, their last 6 matches, they won 3 times, lost once, and drew once. And then we look at Kosar away from home. We can see here that these guys are really struggling right now. Their last six away matches, they won just once, drew once, and lost four times. So here we give the advantage to the home team. They've been very, very impressive, and we expect them to win at full time here at 1.25 odds. Next, we have this one from the Netherlands already VC. It's a game involving Sparta Rotterdam and PSG. My prediction for this match is PSG to win at full time at 1.31 odds. So PSG is fighting hard to see how they can win the title, and the point difference between them and Ajax is just very small. So a victory for them here will ensure they win the title. Let's look into the data. So looking at their data here, we can see that Sparta Rotterdam are 11th on the table, PSG are first on the table. And then look at the head-to-head between these two teams. You can see here that PSG has always been dominating. They've had 83% win record against Sparta. Now, looking at their current form here, we can see that Sparta, whenever they play at home, the last six of matches, they've won four times, drew once, and lost once. And then we look at PSG away from home, we see here that the last six away matches, PSG has won four times, drew once, and lost once. Now let's take a look at their standings on the table. So we can see here that PSG are first on the table with 76 points, Ajax are second with 75. So the point difference between these two is just 1 point. A victory for PSG today will ensure they win the title. So with this, we expect PSG to win this one. I mean, they would like to win the title. So if they win this, they've won the title. So we expect PSG to win at full time at 1.31 odds. Next, we have this one from the England Premier League. It's a game involving Arsenal and Newcastle. My prediction here is over two goals at 1.36 odds. So here, Arsenal is fighting hard to maintain their second position on the table, while Newcastle is fighting to see how they can qualify for the Champions League. So it's going to be a very tough match, and we expect to see lots of goals here. Arsenal scores a lot, and Newcastle also scores and concedes a lot of goals. So we expect to see lots of goals being produced in this match. And that's why my prediction here is over two goals at 1.36 odds. Looking at their data here, we can see that Arsenal are second on the table, Newcastle are third on the table. And then we look at the head-to-head between these two teams. You can see here that Newcastle has won four times, Arsenal two times. Now, talking about their current form here, we can see that Arsenal, whenever they play at home, the last six home matches, they've won two times, drew two times, and lost two times. And you can see here that Arsenal always score and concede lots of goals at home. Now, looking at Newcastle away from home, we can see here that the last six away matches, Newcastle has won two times, drew once, and lost three. And Newcastle scores and concedes so many goals away from home. So we expect to see goals here. These two teams are very good in scoring and conceding goals, and we should be able to see over two goals here at 1.36 odds. Next, we have this one from the Italy Serie A. It's a game involving Parma and Napoli. My prediction here is Napoli to win or draw the bet at 1.20 odds. So Napoli is fighting hard to win the Serie A title, and a victory for them here will ensure or put them in a better position to win the title. So we expect to see them do well here. We expect them to win or at least draw a bit at 1.20 odds. Looking at their data here, we can see that Parma are 16 on the table, Napoli are first on the table. And then we look at the head share between these two teams. You can see here that Napoli has won four times, Parma has won two times. Now, talking about their current form here, we can see that Parma, whenever they play at home, their last six home matches, they've won two times, drew two times, and lost two times. And then we look at Napoli away from home. We can see here that the last six away matches, they've won two times, drew three times, and lost once. Now, Let's take a look at their standings on the table. So we can see here that Napoli are first with 78 points, Inter are second with 77. So it's just 1 point separating these two teams. So it's going to be a very tight title race here. So Napoli needs to win because if they drop points, Inter Milan might just win this title. So Napoli want to do everything possible to get hold of this title, and we expect them to beat Napoli or at least draw it at 1.20 odds. Finally, for today, we have this one from the England Premier League. It's a game involving Leicester City and Ipswich. My prediction here is over 2.5 goals at 1.69 odds. So these two teams have already been relegated, so they don't have anything they're playing for. And we expect them to go in there and express themselves. I mean, they don't have nothing is at stake right now. So they will just go there, play what they know, and I believe there's gonna be goals, lots of goals here. So my prediction here is over 2.5 goals at 1.69 odds. If you feel this is a bit risky, you can go with over 2 goals, over 1.5 goals. Let's look into their data. So looking at their data here, you can see that Leicester City are 19th on the table, Ipswich are 18th on the table. And then look at the head-to-head between these two teams. You see here that these two teams always score goals whenever they meet. And then talking about their current form here, we can see here that Leicester City, their last home matches, 6 home matches, they won once, lost 5 times. And you can see that they concede so many goals at home. And then looking at Ipswich away from home, you see here that their last 6 away matches, Ipswich has lost 3 times due to times in 1-1s. And Ipswich equally scores and concedes so many goals away from home. So we expect to see lots of goals here. These two teams are very, very good in goal scoring, and they should be able to get up to 3 goals here at 1.69 odds. Finally, for today, we have this one from the Belgian Pro League. It's a game involving Anderlecht and Club Brugge. My prediction here is over 7.5 corners at 1.33 odds. These two teams are very good at doing corners, and we should be able to see at least 8 corners here at 1.33 odds. So guys, these are all the matches I have for you today with a total of 7.45 odds. Always remember to bet responsibly, guys. Football can be very funny. Even with the best analysis, anything can still happen. So make sure you bet responsibly, and do not forget to like this video, share and subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. Also remember to join our Telegram channel. The link is pinned to the comment section of this video. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you again in my next video.